Now then, in Joomla 4 and Joomla 5, the way you optimize an article is pretty much identical. However, in Joomla 5, there is the option to edit the schema data, which I'm going to come on to in a moment. And at a very basic level, they're both very similar. You would simply go to content and articles. Now, before I open an article for optimization, one thing that I have installed is an extension, a component called Route 66. And Route 66 is really more of a guide. It helps me remember that I have optimized or haven't optimized this page, what the optimization score is. But ultimately, you're the arbiter. You decide the content that goes in that page, obviously. So what I want to do is I want to grab the global configuration metadata, or the meta description. So I'm going to go into global configuration, and it should be on the first tab there. There we go. So take all that, copy, close. Right, so let's go into the articles. We don't have an article for the home page. The home page is laid out in such a way that it's just a series of calls to action to encourage people to make a purchase through the shop. So we'll go to this page. Now, when I've installed Route 66, an additional tab becomes available, the SEO tab, and you can see right now the SEO score is 0. But I'm going to come back to that in a second. In Joomla 4 and Joomla 5, the publishing tab is where the metadata is kept. So I'm going to just paste that straight in there. And there it is. So that's the meta description. And I'm just going to put some keywords in here. And that'll be it for now. We can always change that later. The keywords aren't even indexed by Google anymore, but for me, it's just a way of reminding me what the keywords should be. So I'm going to take this part of the title here and go to the SEO tab, and I'm going to tell it that this is the focus keyword for this page. And as soon as I hit tab to come out of here, a score should appear. So it's telling me that the score is about 54%. It tells me that I need more text, some outbound links, and some internal links, which internal links do appear, they're on the menu. The outbound link, we could put a link in the content, for example, click here to shop or click here to view more information. The key phrase, SEO title, and key phrase in slug. It's telling us we've done a lot of other things okay, but this for me is really more of a guide than anything else. But 54 is a good starting point, I would say. So let's just save that. And we can come back to this anytime we like. And we can make changes, not a problem. Meta description length is over 156 characters. So we can actually reduce that. Let's go to publishing and meta description. I'll expand that down and see to let's just keep it there. And let's save that. So the score was 54 and it's still 54 because it's still over 156 characters. So you could actually spend an inordinate amount of time just optimizing this page content. I would prefer to focus on what that page is about. Just keep it short and sweet. So we'll go back to save, go back to the SEO tab and see if we've increased the score, and it's saying we haven't. Well, what a pity. So now it's under 120 characters. So as you can see, we could be playing with this all day, but I haven't got the time for that in this video. But I would do this. I would go into each element of the page and I would edit each individual element and just to get that score up, but try to do it in such a way that the content still remains readable. For example, we've only got 2 paragraphs of content. We could easily flesh that out and put 4, 5, 10 paragraphs. That would really help because Google loves content. Now, here's the difference between Joomla 4 and Joomla 5. Schema. Joomla 5 allows you to put customized schema content. So I would switch this from schema type none to article. And here I can put an individual image, different headline, different description, and fill out all the other information as well. And how this works is when you share the article to, for example, Facebook or Twitter, one of the social networks, one of the social platforms, that network comes to the page and it pulls information from that page. However, it doesn't always get it right. If there's 5 or 10 images on the page, it might just pull the second one or the first one, and it isn't that image you want to display, it's the fifth. So you can actually specify here which image and which headline gets displayed. However, my problem with this way of doing it is that if you want to edit a large number of articles, which quite often I do, you have to go into each one individually, and it can be really, really tedious. So I prefer to use a third-party plugin, and I can display all the pages in a column and just edit them all at the same time. It just makes life so much easier. However, if you want complete control within Joomla of how to optimize the content, then that option is available. You don't have to add any plugins or anything. Hopefully that's of use. If you've got any questions, just drop them in the comments. Thanks a lot.